on it. Get along, leave it. I don't want no drip, baby, spray it like it's so fine. It's spicy, baby, jump up on this. I guess that's why you like it, baby. Come and get this. Takes a lot to inside me, baby. Give it all you got. I'm a tough cookie, baby. Get the right side. Texting me, you know I won't be flying. Why you ain't with me when I wasn't just flying? Now I'm on top and now I'm riding sky high. Don't need nobody, but I take you down tonight. And now I'm okay with being nasty. You can't hop for all these clothes anyway. Somebody dripping, but you gon' have to wait.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to another daily vlog in the life of a digital marketer. So yeah, right now it is currently 10:54 a.m. I woke up at about 8:30, 8:45, made some breakfast, did all my morning stuff, got some coffee, did my makeup because I did have a couple calls this morning that you guys saw me on where I had to actually be on camera. So yeah, that's what I've done so far. So today we're going to be diving into more digital marketing stuff, of course, but today I do want to try something where I'm going to be sharing my screen, and I hope it works across my fingers, using like a screen sharing software or tool, so I can kind of show you guys exactly how I look at and analyze the metrics. So I've gotten a lot of requests from some subscribers asking, can I go into more depth and really show how I analyze the metrics and the data with these marketing campaigns that I'm usually working on, which I can do, but it's a little bit challenging trying to explain it when I'm holding the camera up to the actual computer. So I'm going to try to do a screen share for you guys where I record myself on the screen and like moving around the screen so you guys can kind of see it that way, and yeah, hopefully that works. So I'm really excited to give that a try, but other than that, right now I just got off of, like I said, a morning call. I had 2 calls back to back, and now what I'm going to be doing is working on some reporting. So you guys have seen me do reporting a million times, so I feel like I don't have to really show you guys me doing reporting anymore, besides the in-depth, you know, metric analyzation. But right now what I am doing is I'm just going into some campaigns that are already running, that I've already built like a couple weeks ago, and they're doing pretty good. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is just put in some new creative, just because right now the ads that are running for this particular campaign that I'm working on, it's starting to slow down. So usually we get like 100 leads a day. Now we're looking at like 50 leads a day, which is like half, and 50 leads a day is still pretty good, but that's going from 100 to 50. That's really, for me personally, that's not acceptable. So I'm pulling in some new creatives, and I'm putting those new creatives into the actual campaign, because I know the reason why the leads are slowing down is because it's getting creative fatigue. And I explained this before. Creative fatigue or ad fatigue is when the same people are starting to see the same ads over and over again, and they've already taken an action, or they've decided not to take an action. So whether they've taken the action or not that I want them to take it, they keep seeing the same ad over and over again. So I'm kind of getting fatigue on these creatives. So I need to put in some new, fresh creative to try to convert those people who didn't feel connected to the creative that I had originally. So that is what I need to do to complete this task here. What else do I have today? So let's go down the list. Another thing that I need to do today is the 18th. I need to, of course, do reporting like I always do. I need to check the progress against lead goals for all of the campaigns that I have running. Currently I have about, I think, 8 or 10 campaigns running. And with those 8 to 10 campaigns, every campaign has a lead goal. Every campaign, the client says, we need 1,000 leads a month. We need 500 leads a month. And so what I need to do is go into every single campaign today and make sure that we're upticking in the right direction, but on a weekly basis. So for instance, if the client says I need 500 leads a month, or I need 600 leads a month, okay, 600, divide that by 4 weeks. How many leads per week do I need to get in order to make sure I'm on track to hit that goal at the end of the month. So I need to go in for this week in particular and make sure I am hitting the weekly goal. If I'm not hitting the weekly goal, I need to adjust, make some changes, maybe even add more money to the budget to make sure that I'm going to hit my weekly goal. Another thing that I need to do, I need to create Spanish ads. So guys, this will be my very first time creating Spanish ads. I don't speak Spanish. I'm not fluent in Spanish by any means, but the client, they have a huge Hispanic demographic, and so they need some Facebook ads, but they need them in Spanish. And so what I have done is come up with some copy for them in English. They got a translator. The translator translated everything from English to Spanish. They sent back the Spanish version to me, and I'm going to be building out Spanish ads. She's going to be really cool, and sending those ads to only Spanish speaking demographic. And the way that you can do this in Facebook and Instagram ads is Facebook does ask you, do you want to run your ads in English or Spanish? Like, there's an actual button that Facebook Ads Manager has that allows you to choose language. So I'm going to choose Spanish, which means that these ads will only be going to people who read, speak, Spanish. Okay, not saying that they don't speak English either, but their majority of the time they use on Facebook and Instagram is using Spanish. So I have to do that. Another thing that I need to do, I have to do refreshed ad creatives. So the client has sent me some new creative. There's another client who sent me some new refreshed ad creative for their campaign, because this is just another case of the ad fatigues, creative ad fatigue. And this client was taking forever. I'm like, okay, we keep using the same images over and over and again, the same copy, like we need some new images. And typically at marketing agencies, we can provide them with the creative, but this particular client is very strict about their brand, so they will not let us create the creatives for them. They send it to us, but they took forever to send it. And so now we finally have it, which I'm really happy about. So I have to just get that in there. And yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to be focusing on today. So not a lot of tasks, but the tasks that we do have will take some time for each one, especially when I go in and show you guys how I analyze the metrics and the data. That's going to probably take a little bit of time. But I am going to go ahead and just jump into my first task of the day, which is me just doing some reporting and stuff like that. And like I said, you guys see me do reporting a million times. I'm not really going to go into depth about that and like record me doing that, but once I get to the part where I'm starting to analyze the data, I am going to pull you guys through a screen share so you guys can see it, and I hope it's good quality. It will be my first time doing the screen share situation, so hopefully it works. But yeah, I will pull you guys back in when I'm ready to do that.
When I think about those nights in Montreal, I get the sweetest thoughts of you and me. Listen. Walk in the place, they know my face. Billion air boys, ice cream dripping across the floor.
Alright guys, so let me just get some adjustments here. So in the process of me working on my reporting, I actually realized that I actually do have a meeting like now in 2 minutes. So I'm actually going to take that call really quickly. That's just an update call, and on that call we typically talk about what needs to be done, if I need help with anything. So I'm going to go into depth about that call when I hop off of it, but I need to hop on it right now because it starts right now. So yes.
Try to make them a little bigger. When I looked this weekend, it didn't seem like they got any bigger, so I'll look at that stuff again this week. I'm mostly just keeping you included in all that, just so you can kind of see the back and forth.
Okay. Alright guys, so that was just a quick call with one of the leaderships for one of my someone that's on leadership. Anyway, I just did a quick call with them. We were just going over updates, things that needed to be done. I actually forgot that I had that call on the calendar, so I'm glad that I got the notification that that call was coming up, because I was able to go ahead and just bang out that call. So there was just a few questions that I had about some campaigns, some decisions that I was unsure about, and I didn't want to make those decisions without her. So she just kind of gave me the thumbs up on the things that I was thinking about. Yeah, pretty much just an update call. So pretty much got that done. I finished all my reporting, which I told you guys I wouldn't really be bringing you guys in on the reporting, because I feel like I've showed reporting so much on this channel. Unless you guys like it, I can continue to do it. But I am going to go quickly run an errand. I have to run a personal errand. I'm going to do that. And then when I come back, I am going to go ahead and dive into how I review the metrics and analyze those metrics with a screen share. And again, hopefully that works out well. If it doesn't, I'll just do it the old manual way of putting my camera up to the computer. But I think it will work. So yeah, I'm just going to run the errand and then I'll be back. Okay guys, so I'm doing a screen recording on my actual laptop, and I hope you guys can hear me okay. It's my first time doing this, so if it doesn't work out really good, then of course I'll just do it a different way moving forward. But I'm just showing you guys a look inside of Ads Manager in the back end, so you guys can kind of see how I go in and I start to optimize and really look at the metrics and the data, because a lot of people requested this from me. So I'll make it really quick. So when you're going into Ads Managers, I'm currently right now I'm on the ad set level, which means the audience level. For this particular audience, I have I have 5 different audiences. I have Hispanic audience, African American, Native American, Asian Pacific Islander, and I can't remember what MENA American stands for, but these are all different demographics. It doesn't matter. So I have 5 different demographics here. And so out of these 5 demographics, of course, I'm getting leads. These are the leads that I've had for the past 7 days. So this is one of the campaigns that I clearly need to optimize, because that's not the best quality of leads. So what I usually go into, the first thing I look at is which audience is bringing me the most leads. So this particular audience is bringing me the most leads. This is MENA American. We've got 60 website leads that brought in the most leads. The Asian Islander, the Pacific Islander, they brought in 34 leads. Native Americans brought in 36. African Americans 27. Hispanic, Latino 17 leads. So obviously I'm looking at where the leads came from, who gave us the most leads. Off the back, I know MENA American gave us the most leads at 60 leads for the week, and then it actually came in at the cheapest for $7.46. So that's another thing that I look at. I look at how much did the leads cost. So sometimes you can get a ton of leads, but the leads come in really expensive. So for instance, Hispanic gave us 17 leads, but they came in at $19.89 per lead, which kind of makes sense because we got the least amount of leads for the most expensive. So I know off the bat that Hispanic Latino is an ad set that I'm probably going to turn off, just because they're not getting us that many leads, and the leads that they are bringing in is like double the amount of the other leads. African American brought in 27 at $9.36. Native Americans brought in 36 at $8.68. So 746, 858, but Hispanics only brought in 17 leads for the week, and they came in really expensive at $20 each. So off the back, I can already tell that that's probably going to be a audience ad set that I turn off. Now, what I do as well is I go in even further and I look at things like performance clicks, video engagement. This doesn't have a lot of videos in the actual campaign, but if it did, I would click video engagement. Make sure you always have performance and clicks open and selected. I just want to make sure that I did, which I do. So I'll move over, and things that I look at now is frequency. So frequency is basically this number tells you how many times people are actually seeing these ads. And if you have a high frequency, then that means that people are seeing the ads too many times and you're going to get ad fatigue. For all of the ads that I have for all of these different demographics, the frequency isn't too high for any of them. I usually get concerned when the frequency gets like 3, 4, 5 and above, depending on the actual campaign, but these are all at 1 point something, so I don't really have to worry about that. So I just keep moving on. Now, the next things that I look at is impressions. How many impressions are the actual ads getting? So obviously, Mena America has the most impressions because we got the most leads, 11,719 impressions. So off the back, I know that this is going to be an ad set that I keep on because it has a lot of impressions. It has the most link clicks, 143 link clicks. It also has the most leads. So I know for a fact that's something I'm going to keep on. The link click through rate is 1.22%, which is not that high, but it's not bad as well. So it's just something that I like to look at. So all the metrics for Mena America, it looks good. So off the back, we're going to take that out of even consideration of turning off because we know it's good. Everything about it is good. Okay. Now let's look at something. Let's look at our next one. Let's look at Hispanic Latino, for instance, and why something like this would be something that I turn off. So Hispanic Latino, 17 leads, 1989. That's expensive. Now, for the impressions, I will say that it did give me more impressions than some of the other demographics that actually got more leads. So I got 9,298 impressions, but if you do the math, 9,298 impressions, and I only got 115 link clicks, my click-through rate was 1.24%, so it's in line with all of the other ad sets. That's not really that good at all. And if we look at the all click-through rate, 2.83%, we really probably will go ahead and just turn this off. It's costing us $20 per lead to get, so it's costing us almost $20 just to get a lead. When we actually get a lead, because we're not getting that much. So when we actually get a lead, it's costing us $20 to get the lead. We're getting impressions. We're getting more impressions. It's actually the second highest amount of impressions. And Mena America has 11,000. Hispanic has 9,298. So it's actually leading in impressions. But the problem is we're getting all these impressions, but we're not getting a lot of clicks and we're not getting a lot of leads, right? So off the back, you know that that's something that you're going to turn off. How am I getting all these impressions, all these eyeballs on the ads, and I only got 17 leads out of 9,000 impressions? I only got 17 leads, and those 17 leads cost me almost $20. For sure, I'm turning it off, okay? Now, if we look at something mid-range like Native American, maybe even the Asian Pacific Islander, we got 34 leads, right? So that's pretty good. We got a frequency of 1.35, which is good. Now, the cost per lead, a cost per result is only $8.58, which is really good. So right now, I don't have any concerns. I mean, it doesn't give us the most leads, but it doesn't give us the least amount. The least that we do get is fairly cheap, $8.58. So it's not the highest, but it's also not the cheapest. So I just keep going across. I looked at the impressions. So we've had 6,671 impressions. So the impressions are on the lower side. And we've got 91 link clicks, which if we have 91 link clicks, right? So 91 people actually clicked on the actual link. And out of those 91, then 34 actually converted and became a lead. If you do the math, that's actually pretty good. So even though it didn't give us the most leads, the leads that we got was for a really good cost, and the click-through rate was really good. The conversion rate on that is really good. So I would keep something like that on. If we hop over to African American audience, 27 leads, right? So this is all really data and math if you think about it. So digital marketing is a lot of creative, but it's also a lot of analytics and math. So you have to be able to just look at these numbers and make sense of these numbers. African American, 27 leads, 936. 936, it's kind of up there, right? It's one of the higher ones, but let's look further, okay? So 27 leads for 936, 6,355 impressions. It cost us almost $40 for 1,000 impressions, so keep that in mind. And then the link clicks were 79 link clicks, and it cost us $3.20 per link click. So this one I would keep an eye on, just because we did get 27 leads. Definitely on the lower side. It wasn't as expensive as the Hispanic Latino, and it's not that far off from Native American. However, given the fact that we've got 6,355 impressions, 79 people clicked on the link, and out of the 79 people, we got 27 leads. I mean, it's not the best, and so it's questionable whether or not I want to keep that on. Now, what will help me decide if I need to keep that on or not is taking a look at the creatives and seeing where I can make some changes on the creative side. And if there's some creative, some images that I feel like are costing us money. So if I have two images and one of the images is doing really well, but then there's another one that's really bringing us down, if I could just turn that off and then focus solely on the creative that's doing well, then I would probably be able to remedy this. So this is something that I would actually keep on. So just looking at all these numbers right out the back, I would probably only turn Hispanic Latino off. So I'd probably go ahead and turn that off, just because it's just way too expensive, too many eyeballs on it, but not enough conversions. Where everything else, they have a good amount of eyeballs on it. The conversions are looking pretty well. And even if they are like slightly questionable, and for my expertise, I know that I can go in and make some changes. So that's kind of how I will go in, optimize this campaign, look at it, and just, make a decision from there. So, all right, guys, so I went ahead and showed you guys how I quickly just analyze the metrics and everything when I'm looking at my ad campaigns. Usually the first thing that I do is I do go to the ad set level. So I go from the campaign level to the ad set level, and I really do most of my analyzation on the ad set level, because going to the ad level where the actual creative is like very straight to the point. Like, it's so easy for you to just go in, look at the creative, and Facebook tells you which creative is performing and which creative is not performing. So it's really easy for you to make a decision looking at the creative, but a lot of times the decision comes down to what's happening on the ad set level, and then once you figure that out, then you can go ahead and optimize the creative. So yeah, that's typically how I would do that. And so the very last thing that I need to do today, the last thing that I will be showing you guys that I need to do today is actually those Spanish ads. So like I told you guys earlier, the client sent Spanish ads over to me. Well, I created the copy, right? And then I sent them the copy in English, and then they sent them back to me in Spanish. So I'm going to go ahead and create that campaign in the ads manager. And I'll show you guys exactly how you turn on the Spanish language specifically for these ads. And so yes, it is possible to run ads just in Spanish to Spanish speaking people who identify as Spanish speaking through Facebook and Instagram. So I'm going to do that. I still do have a little bit of reporting left to do, but again, you guys have seen me do that a million times, so I don't have to like continuously show you how I go in and do my reporting. And then after that, I'm probably going to make dinner, because I'm going to make it early, so it'll be ready for me when I get back. Right now it's 2:53, so I'm really on a ball today. I'm going to go ahead and make lunch, and then, dinner. I had Chick-fil-A for lunch, by the way. I'm going to make dinner. I think I'm going to prep it. I'm not sure. Like, sometimes I pre-prep dinner. I probably will. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, after I'm done with Spanish ads and reporting, I'm going to go to Cycle Bar. So I'll definitely take you guys with me. I'll probably just use my phone so you guys can see. I don't know if you guys have ever done Cycle Bar, but it's like the Peloton, which I do have Peloton, but I really do like Cycle Bar because it's like in-person cycling with people, whereas the Peloton, even though it's live, you're just by yourself in your room or your house, but Cycle Bar is like with a bunch of people. So yeah, I'll show you guys. I'll take you guys with me to Cycle Bar. But yeah, so let's go ahead and knock out these Spanish ads. All right, guys, so I am done building out those Spanish ads. It was actually really easy. First time building out Spanish ads, but not hard at all. Super easy, just because pretty much the copy was already translated for me, so I didn't have to worry about the translation or anything, which made it super easy for me. And just like I wanted to show you guys, it's really easy to do the Spanish ads. all you have to do is just change obviously the copy has to be in Spanish. So if you don't speak Spanish, someone on your team needs to have to speak Spanish so they can translate for you. But really all you do is just simply select Spanish for your ads language. I don't know if you guys can see that, but you see right there where it says like languages, and I just selected Spanish. Hope it's like focusing, but yeah, right there. You just select Spanish. That's it. And then once you do that, all of the actual ads will be in Spanish. So, and it will go to Spanish speaking people, of course. So yeah, that's all you do. So those are all set. I'm going to go ahead and leave a note to my team that all of those are squared away and ready for review, because again, before I launch anything, I always like to have someone review it, so that, you know, if there's any mistakes or anything that I looked over, then before the actual ads go live, then I can have someone look over it. So I'm just gonna go into my Trello board. You guys know I love Trello. I'm gonna go into the Trello board and just alert someone that those ads are ready for review. Okay. And then we can start on something else. Okay. The person I want to tag isn't coming up. Let's see. Okay, so those are added in. Let me just see if there's anything else that is pressing that needs to get done. 1, 2. So no, I literally just have 2 reports to look at, which again, I'm not going to show you guys that because you see me do it a million times. So yeah, so that's good. So I'm pretty much done outside of those reports, which they take me like 30 minutes each, so I just have to look over them. It's literally just for me to look over. And so yeah, so I'm done with that. Now I'm about to go, most likely probably go create some dinner or start prepping dinner, because it's 3:30 right now. I do have a call at 4:30 with my therapist. Everybody, if you need a therapist, get a therapist. It's okay. So at 4:30, I have an appointment with my therapist. So that gives me an hour to get dinner ready, prepped. And then my call at her ends at 5, and then I have cycle board at 5:45, which I'm so excited for. So yeah, so let's go make dinner, and yeah, let's get it. Okay, y'all, so I went ahead and changed my shirt. I put back on the shirt that I had this morning because it's hot. So I decided that I'm going to make some like chicken flavored rice, some Cajun chicken tenderloins with those chicken tenders, and then some asparagus, and I might make some cornbread on the side. I don't know. I'm thinking about it, but yeah, that's what I decided to do. So I was like, dang, what should I make with these? So I'm gonna do that. I looked up a recipe on TikTok because TikTok be having all the recipes. So yeah, I am actually making the rice right now. I'm actually making this like little chicken flavor vermicelli. Am I saying it right? Vermicelli rice, which you have to like cook the rice in the pan. You have to cook the rice in the pan, let it get like brown or whatever, and then once it gets brown, you add like the seasoning pack and all that. So that's what I'm doing right now. It says to cook on medium, saute over medium heat until brown, and then put in some water in the seasoning pack. So I'm gonna do that. And my chicken is marinating. I have my chicken in the sink and it's marinating in a strainer, like Cajun chicken tenders. Some asparagus, and maybe I'm gonna make some Jiffy's cornbread. I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, that's what we making. Alright guys, so I am back I changed again. You probably was like, girl, how many times you gonna change? But after my 101, so I went ahead and had my call with my therapist. While I had my call with my therapist, some of the things that I was cooking was still in the oven, and so I was like, I might as well just change, because right after therapy I need to go ahead and head out for cycle bar in the next like 45 minutes. So I just went ahead and changed. I just put on this black little bra that I got from Aloe, and then these black shorts, which I can't remember where I got them from, but yes. So anyway, I did finish dinner. I finished cooking, and I'll just show you guys what I made. Let's see if you can see it. Probably not that good, but I just made some cornbread with some chicken flavored rice, some chicken, and then some asparagus. So that way when I come home, dinner's already ready. I'm actually just going to wrap this up, put it in the microwave, so it'll be ready for me when I get back. So like I said, something really simple, nothing crazy. And then yeah, so I am going to take you guys with me to cycle bar. I'm not going to bring my camera because obviously I won't be able to record because I'm cycling, but I will try to record a little bit of snippets on my iPhone so you guys can see it if you've never been to cycle bar. So fun. But then yeah, after cycle bar, then I'm gonna come back, eat dinner, and that's it.
Zero gear right here. Oh, don't forget to turn your Apple Watch on. I don't want to have to do like my 6th workout of the day. This is 3, Jackie. I'm doing it for you though, because I love you, okay?